Ball nice and smooth. Yeah, 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 yeah. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, man, make sure y'all take advantage of this Manscaped thing we got going on over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Free shipping, 20% off. Use the code Brunson. Go ahead and get your products, man. People's birthdays coming up. It's getting hot out here. Make sure you trim up and make sure you keep it neat for all occasions. Yes, sir. The hats are back. Dad hats and all. Make sure you also tap in with the print champs. Listen, man, we got everything you need this off season, man. Make sure you go ahead and do that, man. But listen, it's a lot of teams out here, man, running around talking about they need to trade back, they need to trade up, they need to do this, they need to do that. Listen, man, it's crazy the direction that this draft could possibly go in. But before we get into the meat and potatoes, listen, man, my guy 500 adding somebody to the draft board that I think we need to talk about. 500.
Hey, yo, LB, Philly 500 is my name, double moonwalking is my game. You know, I want to add to this draft board old school guy. You know, I like the throwback jerseys. I like old school football. I like big physical linebackers. And one guy that reminds me of the throwback linebackers, the Ray Lewis, the Brian Urlacher type guys, is one Zaven Collins, 6'4", 255 pounds. This dude is big. He's fast. He can cover. He can go at you. He can stop the run. He can blitz. I love this kid. And I think in the second or third round, if the Eagles could add a guy like this, he would instantly be their best linebacker on this team. He's throwback, man. He is old school, and I love it. He is a double moonwalker. And LB, that's why Zaven Collins has to be on this board. With that said,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out my guy Philly 500, man. Unless you've been living under a rock, man, one of the sturdiest Eagles YouTubers that you ever gonna find. And I think right now, more than ever, we need to start uplifting our good Eagles content creators, man. Because there's a lot of good Eagles content creators that deserve to be in some spots that some bad Eagles content creators was just in. But we gonna leave that at that, man. Shout out my guy 500, man. Zaven Collins definitely deserves to be on this board. Old school smash mouth linebacker. I like the direct. Listen, hey, 500. Listen, you adding some spice to it now. I got to do some research on my next edition, man. Real good pick by my guy 500. But listen, man, what's up with all these teams wanting to trade back? First, we talk about the Philadelphia Eagles potentially wanting to trade back again. You know, man, we went from 6 to 12. Now we're potentially looking to slide and further back. Now you look at teams like, you know, I kind of seen this coming with Carolina because Carolina did just secure the Jets quarterback. What's his name? Sam Darnold. They did just secure Sam Darnold. So being up there really don't suit them. But then again, it really does because they have other needs that they can fill now with the 8th pick, I think is where they're sitting at. But they're a team that's also looking to going back into the draft as well. Going back to like the 12th spot. Maybe we could milk them for something. You see what I'm saying? But then you look at the New York Football Giants who are looking to go from 11 or wherever they sitting at right now, 10 to going somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at from moving 10 to going back. You know what I'm saying? It's getting crazy with all these teams looking to slide back. Oh, let's not forget about the debacle that is the Miami Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? They were sitting at 12 or wherever they was at. They traded at 6 for us. Now they're looking at going backwards. Come on, man. These dudes is wild. These dudes is wild, man. I will be on the phone with the Miami Dolphins if I'm Howie Roseman for a second round pick. A second round pick. You know what I'm saying? I'll take a second round pick to move back up there, man. We'll swap seconds with you. You know what I'm saying? You get another second next year or something like that. But you ain't getting that first back. The Dolphins played themselves. They played themselves with all this talking about that they trying to trade back now after trading up, trading back, and trading back like a month, less than a month ago, man. It makes no sense. But I say that to say this, man. All these teams that are, you know, talking about moving around and doing this and X, Y, and Z proves my theory that this draft class is secretly really one of the deepest draft classes in the last 10 years. It's one of the deepest draft classes in the last 10 years. Take Zaven Collins, for example. Philly 500 added Zaven Collins to this list, but Zaven Collins isn't the first or the second highest rated, linebacker on this list. Zaven Collins could be around in the second round. You know what I mean? A really great addition. A second round. You know what I mean? He's first round quality, but everybody can't go in the first round. Everybody can't go in the first round. That's what makes this draft amazing. Being as though everybody can't go in the first round and you sitting at 37, you sitting at 12 and 37. By the time you pick at 12, if you stay in that 12, if you Philly, you don't got to wait a whole nother cycle to go again. It's in a sense, you got 2 first-round picks I'm looking at. You still got 2 first-round picks. That's how deep this draft is, man. But it all comes down, like we've been saying this all off season. The draft is getting close. You know what I'm saying? We come on, about 8 days away. We getting real close, man. And Howie Roseman got to make sure he on this game. He got to make sure he on this game. All these teams that's looking to trade back, in my opinion, they'll take less on draft day. Right now, they got a week. They got a week. Right now, they're taking calls to see who can give them the best offer. When it's on the table right there on draft day, I think that they'll take a Zach Ertz. I think that they'll take somebody else. It's just crazy, man, that you see all these teams, moving around, jumping around, not being stable right now. Everybody don't know what to do. This is what's really mind-boggling to me. I feel like Miami could use that pick. I feel like Miami needs a quarterback. You know what I mean? I feel like they need a quarterback. I feel like they moved up for a quarterback, then they changed their mind. I really feel that way. Miami needs a quarterback, man. And I hate to make it seem like I'm beating up on Tua, because that's not what I'm doing. That's not my MO. That's not my mission, is to beat up on Tua. My mission is to keep it real about Tua, though. Tua just ain't better than Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? He's just not better than Jalen Hurts. I believe that every other quarterback that's drafted in this draft, you know what I'm saying, that's drafted solely to take over as a franchise quarterback, like Trevor Lawrence, like Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, whoever you want to think is going to be a franchise quarterback at the time that they're drafted, will complete a pass longer than 35 yards. I've talked about this. Tua has not completed a pass longer than 35 yards in 9 starts. Now, I understand it could be the rookie blues, because that happens to rookies. It happens to rookies. But nobody had a worse rookie campaign than Tua last year. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking that them dudes was moving up for a quarterback. Obviously, they want to give Tua another chance, and he deserves another chance. Let's listen, man. Let's keep it 100, man. Teams definitely do give up on young talent way too early. You know what I'm saying? Like Haskins. Did he deserve another chance? I don't know. But he got another chance in Pittsburgh to sit and learn behind Ben. So maybe that could be beneficial to him. Teams give up on dudes early. The 49ers about to give up on Jimmy G. It's crazy. He took him to the Super Bowl. The Philadelphia Eagles gave up on Carson Wentz after one bad season. This is just the era of the NFL that we live in. It is what it is. So don't be surprised if dudes giving up on these young dudes even faster than what we see in the future. But as far as these teams moving around and trying to slide back and trying to get somebody that's going to fall to them, is really crazy to me, man. It's really crazy to me. Now, I will say this. Teams that are looking to draft up and take those spots that these teams are looking to slide back for, you could kind of understand the needs of some of those teams. But it all depends on who does it. For instance, if the Dallas Cowboys want to move from 11, you know what I mean, to 6, they looking at Penei Sewell. They looking at Penei Sewell, period. Looking at Penei Sewell, or they looking at making sure they get Kyle Pitts, period. You kind of know what these teams are going to do based upon who takes the bait and decides to move up. They looking at somebody, a concrete player that they can solidify from day one. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be real interesting to see who takes the bait. Who takes the bait? Because like I said, man, I feel like you're good if you're sitting at 20 in this draft. If you got the 20th pick in this draft, you are guaranteed to find a day one starter of need. I just feel like you good. The draft is good. I mean, listen, man, we Gucci at 12. We good at 12. Couldn't be happier with the 12th pick, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's see how this continues to unfold. We got a lot of surprises and a lot of special guests that's going to be on the live stream for the draft next Thursday coming up. It's just going to be a movie. We going to celebrate or we going to cry together. One of the two is going to happen, man. Let me know what you think in the comments.